Hello, everybody. Just wait for some people to get on. It's quiet. There's somebody. Hello, how are you? Good to see you here. Here we go. Here's some people. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Paige. Y'all doing okay? Hey, Carol. Just get me a little water so my throat won't get dry. Hey, Bill. It's good to see y'all tonight. Hey, Mary Beth. Excuse me. Enjoying the weather. It's not nice here. It's like 50 degrees and cloudy and cool, and it rained last night and again, and it's just cool and just kind of blah outside. So we're just staying in. I'm ready for it to be sunny again. So it's supposed to warm up later this week though. But it's cold here. I know it's like 75 back there, isn't it, Kimberly? It's warm. Thank you, Carol. Look at my apron. And I did this so y'all could see the name of my business, the Turquoise Valentine. And it's actually on here backwards, so it will look right to you because everything's backwards. So yes, that's my thing that I did yesterday. So thank you. 90 and sunny in Florida. I'm not ready for it to be that hot, but I want it to be sunny and warm. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Lee from the Turquoise Valentine, and I'm here tonight to bring y'all a little craft. It's got a bunch of steps, but it's not bad. But it's inexpensive to do. So y'all dying to know what it is. It's with these little peat pots. Let's see. Before I show y'all what it is. These little pots, you can get these at Dollar Tree. These came from Dollar General. They're $1. And there are 6 pots in this pack for $1. So I'm going to do some more crafts with them because they're so stinking cute. But they're inexpensive. They're that biodegradable cardboard kind of looking stuff that you put seeds in, and you plant seeds, put it in the ground, and then it kind of disintegrates, and then your plants grow. That's what they're intended for. But when I saw them, I'm like, no, we're going to make something with this. So they have them at Dollar Tree too, so you can get them there. Walmart has them. They're very expensive. Hey, Becky. So that's what we're using. And this is what we are going to make. Isn't he just the cutest thing? I think he is so adorable. Y'all see him? See? Little pot. We kind of, that light's really bright. Can't see it up close good, but see? So stinking cute. This is what we're going to make. So we're going to get started, okay? So I guess I'll set him over here. Okay. So I did a few things. Thank you, Carol. I did a few things ahead of time, so it wouldn't be as much. But the first thing I did was I took one of the little pots, and I took just some regular paper, whatever kind of paper you have, newspaper, paper bags, Walmart sack, it doesn't matter. And I stuffed it in there, and I hot glued it down in the bottom actually so it won't come out. But I wanted to raise him up a little bit so he can be popping out of the little pot. So that's what we're going to do. So there it is. So I know you're wondering what he's made of. Well, he's made of this, which is just an egg from the Dollar Tree. They came in a pack. They're the bigger ones though. They're not the, normal egg size. They're a little bigger. So that's what he is. Okay. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Carol. Okay. So and a tip I'm going to give you ahead of time is that I glued my egg shut, and it still wants to come apart a little bit. I did it with hot glue, and then I put E6000 earlier, and it's not toilet paper. No, it's not toilet paper. Don't stuff your toilet paper in here because you might need your toilet paper. So you can put anything you want to down in here. You can use floral foam if you want to. I just stuffed some paper in there. Easy. So anyway, I glued my egg shut first, okay? These eggs actually have holes in the bottom and they have holes in the top. So you can put a string through there and hang them in whatever. So that's the way they come. I think they all come like that now. So what I did, and I'm not going to paint it for you live because I think that stuff is pretty much self-explanatory. So what I did was I took a bamboo skewer, okay? And I took one of the holes in the bottom and just kind of stuck my pointy end of my skewer in the egg and made the hole a little bit bigger, as y'all can see, and stuck it up in there so it would kind of be stable so I could paint it. Because holding something round and you're trying to paint is not fun. So I had to figure out ways of, prop stuff up so I can paint it. So I just painted him with, I took my Waverly white chalk paint and I added some brown. Actually, I think I used mineral, but it doesn't matter. I added brown to it to get the kind of color I wanted, because what I didn't want was this bright orange, when this one's green, is showing through my burlap, because the burlap is, has holes, and some of it's more tightly woven than others, and it'll show through those little holes. So I didn't want that. So I thought, well, I'm just going to paint it brown to start with. So that's what I did. I painted it brown. So it started out like this. I went through that hole, made the hole bigger. Then I painted it brown. So now we have our egg, and I got to take it off my skewer. And these are at Dollar Tree too. I use them in my craft room for all kinds of things. Holding beads to paint them. I use them for all different things. So pack up those too if you see them. Even though that's not a necessity right now. But so here's my egg, and it is glued shut, I hope, because I used E6000 earlier. But you don't have to glue it shut. I just did that because I didn't want it. It'll pop open. Y'all know how if you mash it, it'll go whoop. So that's what I did. I took the paint, I put just some brown in there and got it the shade I wanted, painted it. I did like 2 coats. And that's not necessary if you don't want to. If you don't mind the color showing through, that's fine. And your color may not show through. I just didn't want it to, okay? So then I took some burlap, okay? Well, I tell you what, we're going to paint the pot first because it can be drying. So I'm going to move my little guy over. And I took my Waverly white chalk paint. And I'm just going to kind of dry brush this pot, because you see how I did it here, that's how it started, and this is how it looks now. And you can do whatever color you want. Doesn't matter, your preference. I just wanted a little white because it gives it that little aged, you can't really see it when I get close. Gives it that little aged look, okay? So I just took my paint, and I'm not even going to pour any out. I'm actually just going to dip the bristles in there and just get some on the tip. Hey, Diana. And I'm just going to kind of dab it on my plate just to get some of it off so it won't be so saturated. And then I'm just going to take my pot and I'm going to just kind of brush over it. And it actually can be a little more saturated because it kind of takes the paint really well. And I'm just going to kind of brush over my pot like this. Just to kind of give it this little weathered kind of look and kind of make it pop a little bit where it's not, hey Kim, where it's not just so drab and brown. But like I said, you could use light pink, you could use blue, you could use light green, doesn't matter. Whatever color matches your decor or whatever you're going for, try that. You could do a whole assortment of these and do them all different colors. So how's everybody doing tonight? Y'all are surviving? Hey, Charlene. So I'm just kind of dry brushing it on just to kind of get it. I'm going to do this part first because I want it to dry since I've already painted my egg. Get a little more. Just kind of go into places I think needs it. And it dries really quick on this. It dries quick anyway, but on this it seems to dry really quickly. Okay, so there's our pot. Got our paper down in there. I'm going to set it over here in front of my little fan and let it dry. And put this away. And this is at Walmart. Waverly white chalk paint. It's awesome. They do come in the little bottles. like this, and I'll buy the colors in the little bitty bottles like this, just in the colors if I just want to try it. Hey, Colin. Okay, so got that going. Now, this is the tricky part, and I will say I struggled a little bit with this because you've got something round and you're trying to cover it and you're trying to make it smooth, okay? But I've kind of worked out the kinks, so hopefully it will go smooth for me tonight. So what we're really worried about is the front, okay? The back, if you can see the back, it's got little kind of folds in it where I had to kind of fold the burlap together. So, because it's round, it's hard to cover. So I'm gonna get my little finger protectors on because I'm gonna burn myself. And if y'all will do this, I'm gonna give a set of these actually away to a random person that shares. So if y'all share, oop, I'm saying that word, I shouldn't be saying that. If y'all do this, I'm gonna give away a set of these to a random person. So anyway, do I prefer it scrambled or fried? Oh, son, you're so funny. You're doing your comedian act now since you didn't do it. So if y'all do this, I'm going to give away a set of these to someone, okay? So I'm going to set those aside. So now I'm just going to kind of smooth out because I know I kind of want this to be the front. And this is going to be kind of hard to show y'all, but I'm going to do my best. So I'm going to smooth out because I know I want that to be the front. So I'm going to flip this up and I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm just going to put me some down because be careful because this stuff will go through the burlap and you will burn yourself. So I'm just going to kind of hold that down. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. I do. Colin, you're not being funny? You don't want your eggs scrambled or fried? So then what I'm going to do is I got the front part glued down and I'm just going to kind of continue a little way further. Like I said, if I have to have little wrinkles, I want them in the front, in the back. So I'm doing that, okay? So then I'm just going to kind of push it over a little more. And if I do have to have creases, and y'all, it is so hard to work in these things. They keep your fingers from burning, but I cannot for the life of me. It's like wearing gloves. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of pinch it together on the side over here because there's the front and here's the side. And I'm just, well, let's see. Like I said, this is the tricky part. But we can do it because I've already done it once. So here's my, I'm going to take this little fold. I made like a little fold. And then I'm going to put some hot glue down. And then I'm just going to take that little fold and I'm going to just kind of fold it over. Hey, Jason. Yes, Carol, I need a fake finger. I had to make me one. Alright, so see now I've got that little fold there glued down. So then I'm just going to go a little, I'm going to start on the other side and kind of do the same thing. And I'm not worried about the glue down here showing because that's going to be down in the pot. So don't worry about that. That's not going to show. So I'm going to go over here to the side. Let's see. And pull it around and I'm going to put some down. But I basically just cut a circle out of the burlap that I knew it was big enough it was going to cover. So I'm going to just kind of glue that down. And then I've got this big fold right here I'm going to do something with. Like I said, this was a lot of trial and error. I sat here and fiddled with this thing forever today. Okay, so I'm going to take this big fold and I think I'm just going to fold it back, okay, like this. I'm going to put some glue on there. Because like I said, it's not going to, half of it's going to be covered up, okay, and then half of, it's going to be the back, so it's not going to be bad, but it'll work. It's going to do for us. I'm glad y'all could get on tonight. Like I said, if you just got on, if you do this, I'm going to give away some of these to a random person that does this. So, alright. So then, I'm just really making sure that the top and there's my front, here's my back. I'm just trying to hold it where y'all can see. Because if I do my creases down low like this, I'm telling you, this is a booger. So if y'all try this, you're going to send me messages and say, oh my gosh, that was so terrible. But you just got to work with it and make it work. And it will work. Just kind of folding it over to the back. But I was determined I was going to make a bunny out of this. And I did. I made it. So I know you can too. You just got to work with it and have a little patience, which that's something I'm not good at either. It's patience. Okay. Now let that set a minute. Okay. So see now I still have this big piece. I got glue gun strings everywhere. This big piece sticking up still. So I'm just gonna pull on it and kind of pull it down. I'm gonna smooth it down, or try to. And then I'm just gonna stick some glue under here. Let the glue be your friend. Let it work for you. Because like I said, that part down in there is not going to show. So doesn't matter what it looks like down there. But I'd rather my creases be down there and the glue and stuff than I would for it to be at the top. So, okay. And if he's not just totally, he's got a little, he's got a little bump on his head right there. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm just pulling it tight. Hey, Lori. I'm just pulling it tight, and now y'all see why I glued my egg shut to start with, because when you start mashing on it, it wants to come, the egg wants to pop apart. They just don't make them like they used to. They're just flimsy. And this piece is done come undone. I knew this was going to be a booger to do live, but I'm going to get there. I'm just going to hold it down. I'm just gluing and holding and all that good stuff, because I'm going to make it do what I want it to do eventually. This is the hardest part of this whole thing. So for those of y'all just getting on, there's what we're making, and we're making it out of these little pots you get from the Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Walmart. They're called peat seed starter pots, but some people call them peat pots. I don't know what you start seeds in. Okay, so I think I've got it wrangled up and corralled, and it's on the egg, okay? So there it is, and this all looks kind of, it looks like a ghost almost, kind of, but there's all my excess, but all that's going down in the pot, so you don't have to worry about that. So, put him right there. Okay, so I'll put those away. So there's my bunny starting to form, okay? So now, I'm going to use these. These are from Hobby Lobby, and the minute I saw them, I said, those look like bunny ears. So they come from, I know that's backwards, you may not even read it because of the light. It was $2.99, and they go on sale like every other week in the wedding section, his and hers wedding section. So I saw this and I said, that looks like bunny ears. Don't that look like bunny ears to you? So, when it's half off, it's $1.50, and you get all these different bunny ears. So what I did was I took my little wire cutters, and we're just going to cut a couple off like that and put that to the side. We're going to be quarantined. So exactly, Lori, everybody was out buying toilet paper and water and all that. I had to go to the Dollar Tree. Okay, so now we've got 2. Okay, so I'm going to take, they're on wires. You can see. Okay, so then I'm just going to kind of take them and put them right together just like I want them. And I'm going to twist my wires together and kind of I kind of need to make a little base that the ears can sit on, okay? So when we glue them down, they'll have something to sit down on. So I'm just taking the wire, I don't know if y'all can see, taking the wire and just kind of making a little, almost like a little curly cue type thing with the wire. Just so I have something to glue them down with. Okay, see? I don't know if y'all can see that. Just kind of twisted it all up, made a little knot looking thing, and that's what we're going to set down on the bunny's head, okay? But we got to get this pink in here too. So let me set this to the side. Got me some, this is just Anita's paint that I like. It's called Taffeta Pink. You can use whatever you have. You got red, add some white to it, make a little pink. You just need a little bitty bit. Little bitty bit. And let me get my paintbrush. And just get a little bit, and then I'm just going to kind of brush it on. Burlap is kind of difficult to paint on, but if you get enough on your brush, you can do it. I'm just kind of making an oval shape right in the center of the ear, okay? Just like that. And I'm going to do this one. Now they really look like bunny ears. Y'all are being quiet. You can ask questions, whatever you need. I'll try to answer them. Okay, so there's my ears. See, they look just like bunny ears. Okay, so done with that. So now I'm going to set them over here in front of my fan. Okay, and we are going to put our bunny in our pot. So now we have this ghost looking thing on my egg, okay? And that's the front, and they're all folded up back, okay? Like I said, just work with it, glue, you know, make the glue work for you. It will work for you and stick. So there it is. So what I'm gonna do is, I got my paper down in there, and this one's probably gonna stick up a little higher than that one, but I can always mash the paper down a little bit. But you have to be careful because they are like cardboard, biodegradable cardboard, and they will tear, so be careful. So, okay. So that's how he's going to be, just like this. I'm kind of looking to see which part I want the front to be. Doesn't matter. Okay. So then I'm going to just, I'm going to get a glue stick, run out. Another tip while I'm here, I want to tell y'all this. On your glue sticks, if you will take your new glue stick that you're about to put in your glue gun, if you will take a dot of glue on the end and then just stick it down and butt it up next to the other one, it'll just keep on going. Pink felt might look good. Yeah, pink felt would look good. It would, Wendy. It sure would. If you don't have paint, you absolutely could cut that out and put pink felt on those ears and hot glue it on. It would look just as good, if not even cuter. That's a good idea. So then I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to just load it up with some glue and get it all in there and put my little burlap ghost as it looks like right now, and I'm just going to hold it right where I want it for just a couple of minutes, well, a few seconds actually, and let that glue do its thing. Like I said, let the glue work for you. It's that, you know, let it give it time to set and it'll be fine. All right. Y'all are being quiet. Thank you, Carol. I do too. I think it, thank you, Linda. Thank you. Hey, Janet. It really came out just adorable. I just kind of started doing it, had an idea of what I wanted, and it turned out a whole lot cuter than I expected. My husband was like, that is cute. I'm like, I know, it's cute, isn't it? Okay, and it's inexpensive. And if you buy the pack of eggs, it's got like 6, and then these pots come in a pack of 6, well, you can make 6 of them, okay? So there it is. It's not coming out. It's all glued in. So now we're going to do a little face on our bunny. And I need some more pink paint. So I'm just going to put a little dot out here. Not much at all. And I'm going to take the end of my paintbrush and just dip it, you know, get it really good and coated with the paint. And then I'm going to find where I want to put it. And just kind of, may have to do it more than once and kind of dot it around and give him a little nose. Okay. Can y'all see it? He's got a nose. And don't worry about the face because it's not hard to draw at all. You can draw a straight line, you can do this, or a dot. Got my Sharpie. Gotta have these. They're my favorite. These would be so cute as setties at Easter. They would. They really would, Carol. And also tiered trays. Like I said, that's all the rage right now. This would be perfect on tiered trays. So what I'm going to do for his face is I'm just going to draw 2 little oval looking dot things. And you could do this with paint if you wanted to. I just grabbed a Sharpie. It was just handy, so I just went with it. So there's his eyes. Okay. And then I'm going to come under his nose, and I'm going to draw like his little, I don't know what you call those little things, where the whiskers come out. That, his mouth, nose, you know, the little humps they have right there. I don't know what they call them. So anyway, so then I'm just going to draw out some lines away from the nose and make some whiskers. Like I said, this is easy. This, if you draw a stick person, you can do this, because I don't draw real well. And if I can do it, you can. So there's his little face. See? He's bald, but he's starting to be a bunny. Okay. So now our little ears should be dry. So my little fan is handy dandy. It's wonderful. So there are our ears. And like I said, I made that little wire base with the stem for it to have something to set down on his head, okay? So I'm just going to take let me make sure I'm centered. And put a little dot of hot glue right there. Okay? And I hope this stays. Y'all can talk and ask questions. Colin, are you still on here? Paige, are you still here? They were up here this weekend. They just got home a little bit ago. They came up, that's my son and his girlfriend, and they came up for the weekend. It was rainy and cool and all that stuff, so we just kind of hung out and went to eat, and that's about it. Watched a little TV, crafted a little bit. Okay, so like I said, let the glue work for you. Don't rush it. But you can kind of tell when it starts setting up. So there are his ears. Isn't he cute? Okay. So now, and I'm going to put just a little bit back here just to kind of reinforce them a little. Make sure the glue got all on my little base that I made. Okay. Alright, so there he is with his ears. See? Alright, so there he is. So then, here comes the messy part. This is the part I do not like. Where's my garbage can? Because this stuff right here, this is Spanish moss from Dollar Tree. You get this big bag for $1. This stuff gets everywhere. If you want to work with this stuff, you can do it at your craft desk. That's fine. I have my little vacuum on standby over here, but it makes a mess. Okay? But it's so cute to have, but it's a mess. I remember the fingernail polish people when you drew. Yes. Okay. I remember that too, Kimberly. I like the trick you showed about the glue stick. Yes. Wendy, that trick is wonderful, because sometimes that little thing that pushes the glue down in the glue stick won't grip a hold of it. But if you just kind of mesh them together, they're fine. So I like, this stuff is like one big huge wound up ball together. Okay, so I just kind of pull it a little out of the bag, because like I said, if you get this whole thing out, this whole table would be covered with this stuff. It makes a mess. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of cut some off, because like I said, as you can see, it's everywhere already. It's just kind of all intertwined together. And then I'm just going to kind of form it, and I'm just going to kind of like make a little, like it long and skinny kind of. And then I'm just going to poke it down in here. I didn't even glue that in there. It kind of stays where you put it after it's through shedding and doing its thing. But see, there's some of it already. And you can use Easter grass. You could use shred, the stuff you put in those little bags for gift bags and stuff. You could use that. You don't have to use this Spanish moss. They also have the green, I think it's reindeer moss stuff. They have that at the Dollar Tree if you wanted to use green. Or you could use whatever you want to, just to kind of put around him. But I like this little moss, and I had some, so I'm just gonna go with that. So just kind of just poking it down in there with my fingers. As you can see, it's going everywhere for the moment. But I did a wreath in the fall with this stuff. The whole wreath was covered with this, and I actually took hairspray and sprayed hairspray on the whole wreath. It did fine. It didn't shed a bit. So that's a trick too, but I don't want to spray hairspray on him. I just need a little bit more for the back. Like I said, I just cut it. Because if you start trying to pull it all out, that whole ball comes out and it makes a mess. Okay. So there he is. I got my bunny. And I'm just going to kind of, I got my moss in there. I'm just going to kind of give it a little haircut. I've already got a mess going on down here, so why not some more? You don't get messy when you craft and you're not doing something right. Okay, so there he is, and I'm going to clean up this mess really quick. I'm going to put this stuff over here. Lord, that stuff's from the devil, I think, sometimes, but I like it. Here, I'm just going to rake this off in my trash can, and then I'm going to take my new best friend. Look at it. It just sucks it all up. It's awesome. My private little dust buster thing. Probably need to empty it out. I've used it a bunch today. Okay. Sorry while y'all watch me vacuum. But that stuff's terrible. I'll have it everywhere. Okay. So there's that. Okay. And now we're going to try to embellish it a little bit. So we're going to add some little details to it, okay? So what I did, I just kind of went in my stash, pulled out some, this is just some little burlap ribbon. You can use whatever it is you have. You could cut out paper and put it around here if you want to do scrapbook paper. It's up to you, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to put a little dot of hot glue back here on the back where I want to start my ribbon. You remember, you always start on the back. So we're not going to see the back. So just kind of get that down there. And this is, it's like it's not round all the way, it's not the same size all the way down. So when you go to try to wrap something around something that shape, it's kind of weird. It doesn't want to conform to it because it's not totally like flat. So you may have to just kind of put a little glue as you go, because just that shape, it doesn't want to lay down. So I'm just moving my moss out of the way, which I should have done this before I did the moss, but oh well. We're here now. It's good. It's going to work. Outcome's going to be just the same. So I hope I'm not losing anybody. I hope I'm not boring y'all to tears. So I'm just gluing this ribbon all the way around the top. So there it is. See, it's all matchy-matchy. But like I said, you could cut out scrapbook paper and you can glue it on or Mod Podge it on, however you want to do it. And then I'm just going to glue it back here in the back. Get my little finger out here. Give you the link to the vacuum. Yes, it's actually in the post I did after the last live I did. It's, but I mean, I can do it again. Yes, I can. Oh, thank you, Deidre. You just getting on and seeing it? Okay. It's weird looking at this in real life because it's backwards. But to y'all, it's right. So, anyway, so there he is. There is his little thing. So, I just put a little rickrack around mine. You know, like I said, you just go with whatever you have or whatever you like. Just do whatever. So I'm just going to put that on here real quick and try to give it a little something something, as I like to say. But it's all about the details. Kind of gives your eye something to look at and gives it a little pop of color. Oh, it's okay, Deidre. You're running late. I understand. I was kind of running late myself. I was like, oh my gosh, this is almost 6:30. I got to get in here and do it. We were trying to eat supper. What'd y'all eat for supper? We had Japanese. So I'm just gluing it around and around. Like I said, you have to stop and glue it every so often because it's a kind of a weird, you know, the shape's not straight down. So it doesn't want to go straight around. You kind of have to make it go the way you want it to go. So there it is. Isn't it looking cute? See, I did this one a little different. So there it is. All the way around. Isn't it cute? Okay. So now I know y'all are wondering about that little hop down there. I actually, and he's shedding. He is shedding. Okay, so there it is. Actually, that is a piece of paper that I just kind of tore into a square, and I have rubber stamps that I just stamped onto a little bitty ink pad. And you can get these Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever, and you don't have to have these if you don't want to. You can actually just handwrite it and whatever you want to say, or you can just totally leave that off. I was just trying to add a little something to it, but I did it ahead of time so y'all wouldn't have to sit here and watch me stamp and tear paper. So there's my little word, and I'm just going to actually put my paintbrush in the water. Your paintbrush is not being used, it should go in the water. Like a fish, has to be in the water. So I'm actually going to just take some Mod Podge that came from the Dollar Tree as well, and I'm just going to brush a little on the front where I want my little hop to go, and kind of get a good bit on there so it'll stay. So there's my little hop, and it dries clear, so you get it somewhere else, it's not going to matter. And then I'm just going to kind of get it to lay down. There he's hopping. Isn't it cute? This one's going so much faster than the first one. The first one was, like I said, I fought with that burlap forever, but it's fine. So now we're going to put something up here. What did I do with it? Picked out this itty bitty bitty green flower. Because I tried different types of flowers, and that it covered up his eyes and stuff, so you know, kind of be mindful of that when you put his eyes on. You want to cover up his eyes. So I have this little pack. They sell these at Hobby Lobby, and they're half off probably every other week. These little flowers. They have all different kinds. Like I said, there's, gosh, I don't even know how many's in here. But they last you 120 in this little pack. And this came from Michael's, so I don't see a price. So anyway, but they're very inexpensive, like little almost paper. But you could also use real flowers. If you find from the Dollar Tree, you could pop those off the little twigs and glue some on. They have all different kinds right now. They have some really pretty ones. Okay. So there's this little flowers. So that kind of covers up our little wire bundle that we made for the little base of the ears. So there's the little thing. You could do a little how-to. Oh, a how-to for, tell me what for. Can't get over how cute that is and easy. Yes, Carol, and it's hard to believe it came from something in the gardening section. But it's so cute. I got more stuff coming too with them too, because I've got, my mind's just going. I can make all kinds of things with these little boogers. A bow, not how. A little bow. Oh yes, you could do a little bow, and actually I put it somewhere. I had made one because I was going to do this one different. So, you know, here I am with my faux bow that I glued the tails on the back. You know, it's not a true bow. I just kind of made a fake one. And I put it on my other one, and it kind of wanted to cover up his eyes a little. But you could do it to the side. You could do however you wanted to do it. But you could do that too. It'd be really cute. So I just decided to kind of make them kind of matchy-matchy. So there's our little bunny. So am I leaving anything off? I think that's, oh, no, gotta put flowers in the front. So for this one, I'm gonna do a little different. I have this floral stem from Dollar Tree, okay? This whole thing was $1. So you could cut one of these off and put up there if you wanted to. So I just pulled some off, and I'm gonna hot glue those down into the little pot instead of doing those paper ones, because I'm kind of running low on those paper flowers. And I love those little flowers too. I gotta get me some more. I've had them for a very long time, and they've lasted me a long time. But, so I'm just cutting off the little stem. Here's the little leaves that go with it. I'm not going to use this whole little bunch. I'm just going to kind of take my little snippers and snip a couple of them off. Let's do 3. Well, I don't know. Okay, so I got 3 little flowers, and then there's the leaf, and the leaf has a little hole in center where it was on the stem. So I'm going to poke those through. Thank you, Janet. trying to get it in the little hole in the leaf. Because I did just flowers at first, and I went back on this one and I added the leaves. I thought it gave it a little touch of detail. Like I said, it's all about the details. Just trying to get them through there. Okay. I'm working with stuff so small. I like to work with little things too, but sometimes it's a pain because you're trying to get it all in there. Well, that one don't. Okay, that one's not staying because it don't want to stay. So there's our little flower, little bouquet looking thing. So I'm just going to figure out where I want it to go. I'll put it on the other side. And then I'm just going to put some hot glue on the little stems. And I'm going to poke it down in there. And just hold it for a second. You and my fake bows. Exactly. Just fake it till you make it. Because I'm telling you, I cannot, for the life of me, make bows. Maybe one day, like Carol says, it's her goal for 2020. It's my goal too, I guess, because I got to somehow bad. Because I don't do bows. Okay. Alright, so here it is. I'll show it to y'all and get the stuff down in there where it's not going everywhere. Look at how cute it is. Look, I have a pair. Isn't that so stinking cute? I gotta vacuum again. But anyway, but it's so adorable. I think so. Like I said, I got more stuff coming because I got some more ideas with these. And let me show y'all how you can stage these. So this is another Dollar Tree creation I did this weekend. Colin and Paige, y'all saw me make this actually. This was a plastic tray from the Dollar Tree. I chalk painted it, as you can see the bottom, with the white chalk paint. And then I took this mineral color and I just dry brushed on top of it. It took me about two coats of the white, maybe 3. Thank you, Linda. And then I just took wood beads right here and I painted them, glued 2 wood beads together and glued them to the bottom like legs. So I made me a little tray from the Dollar Tree. And this is where our little bunnies are going to go. And get that one in there. So let me back it up so y'all can see it. Isn't it so cute? And I just put some greenery in there and some little carrots and the little eggs from the Dollar Tree. And our little bunnies are in there. Aren't they so stinking cute? I know y'all want to make one of these. The bunnies behind. Okay, she already did it. Thank y'all for the hearts. So look at the little carrots. So this greenery I think came from Walmart. It's like 97 cents. Carrots are from the Dollar Tree. Eggs are from the Dollar Tree. A good bit of this is from the Dollar Tree. But if you want to cover your bunnies in white material, or they make those little chamois cloths at the Dollar Tree that you wash your car with, they're white. You could try to cover that with those and make you some ears and do the pipe cleaners in the center just like we did these bunnies. So you could do that. So I'm stuck on this bunny thing here lately. But anyway, it is Easter time. But isn't it cute? Look, I'll just swap them around because that flower and then both the flowers can be on the outside. But isn't it so cute? I started to do hip hop, but I didn't know if that would be okay. But I thought it would be cute if it said hip hop. But anyway, I think it's cute. So I'm so glad y'all hopped on. And like I said, if you do this for me, I'm going to be sending one of you who does this some of these finger protectors in the mail. So just I'm going to pick a random person and send those to them. So I was thinking of making something for a tray, but no, it's not funny. Yeah, you could do this tray, Becky. It's simple. It's a Dollar Tree, one of those clear trays. And I painted it like 3 coats of chalk paint. I just dry brushed on, glued the beads for the legs. Or you don't even have to have legs. I just wanted to add a little something to it. And then I just kind of put all this little arrangement together, and you can set it on your table or coffee table, wherever you want to set it. And I think they're just adorable. But I've got more coming with these guys because I've got lots of stuff going on. So you'll be seeing those again. I appreciate y'all coming on and doing this. I appreciate it. So people can find me and see what's going on over here in my little corner of Facebook. So I appreciate y'all hopping on Sunday night, and y'all be safe, and y'all don't get the virus. Just stay in your own little world. But some of us have to go to work tomorrow. Thank you, Mary Beth. I do too. Thank you. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. And y'all be safe, okay? Thank you. Message me if you have any questions.